What's up, pizza lovers? Pizza Channel Kevin here. You may have picked up in my videos that I live in Baltimore. It's certainly not hidden in the decor of our house. We love this city and our teams. So a really big story in Baltimore the past few weeks is Barstool Sports founder Dave Portnoy came into town and visited 6 different pizza shops for his uber popular One Bite Pizza reviews, and they went really well. Not only did he give out some really high scores, but there were some viral moments. He met some true Baltimore characters, and it seemed like he had a really good time. I mean, a lot of these videos went on for many minutes, so clearly he was enjoying his experience in Baltimore. As he said in the last one, he said, "These Baltimore reviews have been something." So I know he was having a good time. And I just love the positive attention these reviews have brought to Baltimore. Baltimore's the type of city that just struggles to get a lot of positive attention nationally. So I really think these videos are some of the best publicity this town has gotten in a long time. And one thing that makes me really happy about these reviews that Dave Portnoy did is I've been to all these pizza shops. I know most of these owners. I know the hard work they put in. So I'm just really happy about the positive attention they brought these shops. I love the positive attention it brought the pizza scene in Baltimore. So I could really see these videos leading to more pizza makers out there wanting to open pizza shops in Baltimore. And I think it'll have some of those existing shops wanting to step their game up after the positive attention these reviews got. And maybe they'll be the next shops that get reviewed when Dave Portnoy comes by the next time. I'm going to put together a list of pizza shops I think he should visit on his next trip. And as far as Baltimore as a pizza city, you have your meccas like New York and New Jersey and New Haven, Connecticut, and Detroit and Chicago. And those places are all legendary for a reason. But I think Baltimore definitely has some good pizza shops here. And we've had some Italian neighborhoods for a long time. And I think these One Bite Pizza reviews might motivate the next star in the pizza game to want to open their shop in Baltimore. So I hope that happens. But these reviews were awesome. They were a lot of fun to watch. So let's break down what happened. Starting out with Tinybrickoven in Federal Hill. This video was dropped a few days before Christmas because I know Barstool Sports knew this would be a real good, feel-good story right before the holidays. And it certainly went viral. It's been viewed over 30 million times on all the different social media outlets. It's been picked up by a ton of publications, national, local, big Twitter accounts. So Tinybrickoven does New York-style pizzas, and Dave gave them a really good score of 7.9. Anything 8 and above is what Dave considers to be in that elite class. What's really cool about this video is Dave met Tinybrickoven owner Will Fagg and just fell in love with his spirit, with his enthusiasm, with his passion, his friendliness. And Dave found out in the video that Will was planning to close his business at the end of the year. Dave took a couple bites of that pizza. We all know it's never one bite. And just wondered, how is this place closing? This place is good. So he went in and talked to Will and asked him, what would it take to save this business and keep it open? And Will thought about it for a minute. And, it was obviously, you don't want to ask anybody for money. But Dave pleaded to him, give me a number. So Will threw out the number of $60,000 and Dave Portnoy said, done. So Will was obviously just overcome with joy and emotion. I know just living in this area close by Federal Hill, just how much just great positivity this story brought to this community. Will is just such a great guy in the community. He's done a lot for the homeless. He's done a lot for veterans. He's a fun, unique guy that likes to come up with little inventions. So really it's just had such a positive impact. Will has said that since this review dropped, he's seen his business go up times 10. And another really cool story, at Tinybrickoven, they do this pay it forward pizza program where somebody can come in and pay for an order of somebody that's coming in that may be in need. And so Will dropped a GoFundMe for this program after this video went viral, and it's raised almost $130,000. So that's a lot of pizza that's going to be given out to people in need. What a great story here for the South Baltimore community, for Tinybrickoven to not only get a great review, but really just have this heartwarming story. This was awesome. Moving on to Frank's Pizza and Pasta in Overlea, that's in Northeast Baltimore. Brothers Jerry and Daniel Buontempo purchased the business from their father in the past few years. This was already a successful business, but the brothers really decided to step things up and take it to the next level. They put a lot of focus on dough fermentations and getting that extra charring, getting those cupping pepperonis. They added a Detroit-style pizza to the menu. So it's really paid off for them. They've won multiple Best of Baltimore Pizza Awards. They've now got over 30,000 followers on Instagram. So all their hard work's really been paying off, and it really showed in this review by Dave Portnoy. Portnoy absolutely loved the pizza. He gave it a score of 8.3, a huge score. And then they also snuck in a bonus cheesesteak review. He gave their cheesesteak a 9, really big score. So really great attention for Frank's Pizza and Pasta. Owner Jerry Buontempo was just overcome with joy when Portnoy walked in. It just showed him holding his chest in amazement. I mean, who wouldn't be excited to see Dave Portnoy walk in if you own a pizza shop? We've seen this over and over again with his videos. And this one bite pizza review is already paying off for Frank's Pizza and Pasta. Apparently there's lines out the door all the time. People really want to get those slices of pizza and that cheesesteak, of course. So really that's awesome. I've been to Frank's a bunch of times. It's absolutely fantastic pizza. They're doing everything right there. I love this positive attention they're getting. Their hard work's paying off. Well deserved. Congratulations, guys. Next, we have Pizza John's in Essex. This place is an absolute institution in East Baltimore County. It's been open since 1966. People in that area swear by it. I always say Pizza John's is kind of like the Chick-fil-A of pizza. It's just an absolute well-oiled machine. They do so much volume. They crank it out quickly, and they do it with a smile. Their business model is just incredible. As for the pizza, they use really quality ingredients. They know how to cook it right, and they cook it in the right ovens. Their pizza is definitely a bit more cheesy than a lot of different places, and Dave certainly mentions that in his video, and some people love that. Some people don't like it as much, but they've been successful for a long time. And it's really the type of place where people like to go in there and just load up the toppings, almost like Pizza Hut, where you get your supreme pizza and your meat lovers. So Dave gave Pizza John's a really respectable score of 7.4. He got a tour of the Taj Mahal, as Jerry from Frank's Pizza and Pasta was calling it, as they have this giant building out there in Essex, this huge kitchen, big dining room, always filled with customers. And what's usually true about these really successful pizza restaurants is there's always an owner on site. And of course that was the case with Pizza John's. Dave got to meet the whole family that owns Pizza John's, so really good score for Pizza John's. Next we have Matthew's Pizza in Highlandtown. I really love Matthew's. It's been there for 81 years, and talk about walking into a place and just feeling the history and the old world charm. Matthew's makes thicker pan pizzas. The original owners are Italians from Argentina, where the pizzas are a little bit thicker. It's almost kind of like a little bit thicker of a bar pie, or more of like a round Detroit style, or maybe kind of like the deep pan pizzas in Chicago. What it really is Matthew's style, and it's delicious. They use really good ingredients. They cook it just right. You got that burnt cheese edge. I really love their pizzas. I really love to get a pizza with locally made Roma sausage on it. That's one of my favorite things to get there. They have the crab pie that everybody's wild about in Baltimore. We love our crab here. That pizza has a lot of crab on it. So Matthew's has been around a long time. They've won countless awards. They've got national recognition. It's a really awesome place. And Dave was a big fan of Matthew's. He gave it a score of 8.1, really good score. He was confused whether it was a bar pie or something else, but either way, he really liked it. I really love this place. It's a Baltimore institution, and I love seeing them get this positive attention. Next, Dave heads to Little Italy to check out Angeli's. They make New York-style pizzas there. I really love the Little Italy neighborhood in Baltimore. Really charming, a lot of great restaurants, a lot of great people, places to play bocce ball, and it's right next to the Inner Harbor, so you can't beat the location. Dave enjoyed the pizza at Angeli's, giving it a 7.3, but he absolutely fell in love with one of their customers, I guess, Mariana, a lady who lives in Little Italy and just stole the show with hilarious line. She said, "Dave, send me to Hollywood, hun." If you're familiar with Baltimore, you know the term hun is just used by so many ladies in this town. It's just an iconic phrase. So Mariana absolutely stole the show. She was awesome. Dave was talking about how he has to come back and try out this pizza. Mariana was saying that her family makes a stuffed pizza. I sure hope that happens. That would be hilarious and awesome. And Mariana just seems like one of those true awesome Baltimore characters that knows their neighborhood and takes care of the local businesses and just part of what makes this city great. Dave's final stop was at Johnny Rad's in Upper Fells Point. This is a really cool skateboarder bar that has skateboarding decor and it has skateboard videos on all the time. It also has arcade games in the back. Johnny Rad's was featured on Food Network's Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives with Guy Fieri. Really cool spot. Their pizzas are somewhere in between Neapolitan and New York style. They're really unique. They put Coca-Cola in the dough. I think Dave was exhausted by the time he got there, but he gave it a 7.1, a solid score. And of course, another funny interaction in Baltimore as somebody walking by screamed, "That's my landlord's bar." So Dave was joyed by that comment, wondering who says that, and talking about how fun and wild these Baltimore reviews have been. I've always been a fan of Johnny Rad's. Really cool vibe in there. Really good pizza. And it's the type of place you go that really has really great topping combinations with really fresh ingredients. So I really love Johnny Rad's, and I'm glad Dave got a chance to stop by. I should also mention, Dave also reviewed Rocco's Pizza of Glen Burnie. That's about 10 minutes south of the city, and gave them a really good score of 7.8. I've never been, but sounds like I need to make a trip. Well done, Baltimore Pizza Shops. Dave, here's a list of pizza shops you need to visit the next time you're in Baltimore. So I think Paulie G's in Hamden and their New York style pies are some of the best slices I've ever had. They are so good. Dave has reviewed a couple of Paulie G's locations in New York. Maybe that's why he didn't stop by the Baltimore location. But this spot is locally owned by Kelly Beckham and he's killing it. Give it a try, Dave. A few other really good New York style places are Pasta Mista in Canton. You just can't go wrong here. Good every time, nice and crispy. There's Pizza de Joey in Federal Hill. Really crispy monster slices, lots of variety. The owner Joey is the man and made pizzas while deployed on army bases in Afghanistan. Really cool story. Vinny's Italian Cafe in Dundalk does really good New York style pizzas. And Limoncello in Locust Point is making good pies. Out in the Annapolis area, I really like Squisito in Severna Park, Bella Italia in Arnold, and Pasticcio in Annapolis. I also need to mention a place called Balto's Bakery up in Towson. They do sourdough pizzas close to New York style, and everybody has been raving about them lately. Dave should check out Barflies in Riverside. They do pizzas similar to Matthew's, a deep pan pizza with a Parmesan crust. So good. He can check out some Detroit style pies at Underground Pizza downtown. And I know Dave doesn't love Neapolitan, but Hirsch's in Federal Hill, Zavino and Cross Keys, and Verde in Canton and Federal Hill are really crushing it with the Neapolitan pies. They really do them right. Well, gosh, now I'm really hungry. I just laid out a bunch of places where I need to go get a slice, so I think I better go do that. Thanks for watching, pizza lovers. See you next time.